Hello all, welcome to Code Hub. Today let us solve the LeetCode daily challenge, and the problem is file duplicate file in the system. Find duplicate file in the system. Given a list paths of directory info including the directory path and all the files with contents in this directory. Return all the duplicate files in the file system in terms of their paths. You may return the answer in any order. A group of duplicate files consists of at least two files that have the same content. A single directory info string in the input list has the following format: root, then directory 1, then directory 2 till directory m, and then the file with f1 content, and then the file 2 with f2 content, and then till fn with fn content. It means there are n files. f1.text and f2.text till fn.text with content f1 content, f2 content till fn content respectively in the directory. So this is the root, this is the path of that directory as well. From the starting from root, it has d1 d2 till dm. Note that n is greater than or equal to 1. N is greater than or equal to 1. That means having at least one file with one content, and m is greater than or equal to 0. If m is 0, then obviously there is no directory inside, and it can be directly a file. It means the directory is just the root directory. Okay, the output is a list of group of duplicate file paths. For each group, it contains all the file paths of the files that have the same content. A file path is a string that has the following format: directory path and then the file name dot text. So we have to find the duplicate of this. We have to find the duplicate files in the system. That's what. Okay, let us analyze the input and the output as well to get a clear understanding. This is our input. So there are total 1 2 3 4 paths. There are 4 paths given, and we have in this first path inside a root there is a directory A with a content 1 dot with the file name 1 dot text with the content abcd, and this has a 2 dot text with the content efgh, and 3 dot this file path having a 3 dot text inside the directory C, and it has having a content abcd. So we have to find the duplicates file paths. So they have given the output first. Let us analyze the output. Output is a vector of strings. Okay, fine. As you can see that inside the A directory 2.text. Inside this A directory, inside this root of A directory, the file 2.text is having a content efgh, and even this for this inside the C and D directory there is a content 4.text which is also having efgh, and another efgh here. Without a directory there is a content efgh. So this all file paths having a content efgh. So this is our string. Okay, fine. This is, so obviously what they have asked is we have to find the file paths. How can we implement this? This efgh, they are in this efgh, these are the vector of strings, vector of paths, and with the content abcd the file paths are with the content abcd. What are the file paths? Root till a1.text, and then abcd root c with 3.txt file. Even this is having a content abcd. So what we can do is we can, if we can map, we can have a map of strings, where map of string which is mapped with the vectors, that is vector of strings, map of string which is mapped with the vector of strings. If we have this, we can map it with this content with their paths. Whenever we find the same content, we can put them in, put the path into this vector of strings, and finally we can return this vector of strings, each and one vector of strings in as a result. So how we can code this approach? Let us code this problem. Let us analyze. First, this is the file path root, then a. If there are more than two files, there will be obviously a space in between them. Inside this directory, inside a directory there are two files, one.txt with this content and two.txt with this content. So it will be separated with the spaces as well. So how can we do this? I think it is a simple process. What we can do is, yeah, I get one idea. Let me tell this idea. Okay, actually this is our string. We have to get the path, right? If this string, if you consider this string, there is in between there are spaces. This is a space, this is a space, and here also there is a space. What I mean is, if we segregate this whole path string with the delimiter as space, then we can take the first part of the string to be the first path. First part of the string to be the path till the file. From the root till the file, we can get the path, and then for the next, from the next iterations, we will be having the file with their content one.txt with abcd content, and then 2.txt 2.txt with efgh content. So what I mean is, so with this path, we are going to append one.txt. We are going to append one root slash a. With this path, we are going to append one.txt, and this is my file path. This is my file path, right? This will be my file path. So I will just put mp of abcd content dot pushback of this file path, as simple as that. So what I'm going to do is, for each and every path, I'm going to split with their delimiter, with their space as the delimiter, and first path I will get it as my, I will store it in a variable known as path. And what I will be doing is, next I will get for each and every files, there will be a content. So I will split the file name and their contents, and I will name the I will name the file path variable with the path appended with a slash, with the appended with the file name as well. After which I will put in my map with content. I will just push back the file path into the specific content. That's it. So this will be my approach. Let us code the approach and check whether we are getting our right answer. So to split with the delimiters, I'm going to use a simple STL and like string stream. Let us code so that you will understand. I will, for each and every path I have to iterate first. So for auto path. In my paths vector, what I'm going to do is, now I have a path, so I will make a string stream ss, and I will pass this path. So, and I will declare a string str, which is going string str, or I will say it as files. I will declare string file with a string file. This can be declared outside itself. Don't want to declare each and every time inside the equation. So first one time if I get a get line with this string passed with the string name file and delimiter as space, I will get the first string. I will get a first string splitter. So now this file, what I will do is, I will have this, I will store this in one variable. What variable I can name? I can name it as root path. I will name this root path, and I will assign this file to this root path. Now what I can do is, now I have to iterate for all the file names. So for while get line ss file with a delimiter space, I will get each and every string in this file variable. Now I have to pass, and so for each and every files, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to split the file name and the content. So now how I'm going to do is, I'm just going to have an iterator int I equals to 0 initially. Yeah, what I can do is, I can just have a string file name with a file name initially, and while my file of I is not equal to an open parenthesis. If my file of I is not equal to open parenthesis, and I should be less than my file dot size, then what I can do is, I can just append file name plus equal to file of I plus plus. If that is going to be an open parenthesis, then what I can do is, I can just do an I plus plus, and then while I is less than file dot size and file of I is not equal to an close parenthesis, then I can just append it with my content. So content plus equal to file of I plus plus. If that is going to be in close parenthesis, that is not going to be appended with my content string. So now what I can do is, this content is my key in my map. I should declare a map as well. So map with string vector of strings map mp. This is going to content is my key, content mp of content dot pushback of file, sorry, root path plus a slash plus this file name as well. That's it. So finally I'm just iterating this I'm just iterating this content comma vector path in my map, and just pushing it into my resultant vector pushback of this path. finally returning the result. Just let us run our code and see whether it is getting accepted. Superb, it got accepted. Let us use the example test cases as well. Superb, it got accepted. Let us submit our code. It is a simple problem. Maybe the implementation would be wrong. Okay, let us. Okay, if there is no such while is happening, yeah. Actually, this case should be handled, right? If there is no common paths, then I cannot push it into my map. We have missed the important case as well. I'm sorry. Actually, the group of duplicate files consists of at least two files that have the same content. So what we have to do is we have to check my if my path dot size is greater than or equal to 2 only, I have to push it into my resultant vector, or else why there is no common duplicate files, right? So let us run this code and see, it should get accepted. Now let us submit. My bad, but super, it got accepted. Hope you understand the solution and what I have told. So let me know in the comments if there is any suggestions for this problem. Let us see in tomorrow's LeetCode daily challenge. Until then, bye. This is my code.